Omaha Beach is the name of the area of one of the beaches in Normandy. When D-Day happened, they split up the coast, about a 10-mile area, and one was Gold Beach, Sword Beach, Juno Beach, Omaha Beach. And Omaha Beach had a lot of, that was a tough fighting beach just because of how wide it was. It was over a football field in length of nothing, but just nothing but beach. So anybody who landed on that beach, you had like 400, you may have had 400 yards with nothing in front of you but being shot at. And when you see how big it was just so solemn. And I just remember, you see the beginning of Private Ryan. That's like Omaha Beach, kind of what happened at that time. So when we went, and it's a beach now, and it was just all the bunkers are still there. People go there, and they didn't remove anything after those 3 days of the invasion. But it's definitely a mood, especially if you've read the book like D-Day by Ambrose. There's a book that describes really what happened, and it's just so solemn you can't believe it. The more history you know, the more poignant it is when you go and you see it. And I read a lot about it, and I couldn't wait to go and see it, and saw it, and it was in the cemetery. There's a cemetery right there. It's the cemetery that's in the beginning of Saving Private Ryan, where you see that. If you remember that movie, there's a scene where they're walking through the cemetery. That's a cemetery. That's not Arlington in D.C. That's the cemetery that the French gave land to bury a lot of the soldiers that helped liberate France. So we were there too. So this is Omaha Beach, and the technique is pedal point. Pedal point, which could be just you pedal on a note, and you could create above it. You just create some things. So I thought it would be good to just keep a low, there you go. And the piano just plays that and create with another technique above the pedal point. And that's the other thing these composers would do. They would pick they would give a particular scale to one instrument and another scale to another instrument, and they would write them on top of each other, and you got all these sounds. So they were really experimenting with the equipment. They were just making up all kinds of ways to create a different way to write. And that's why the Persichetti book, it cracked the code. It answered a lot for someone like me who didn't have a clue what was going on, and this explained a lot of it. A lot of composers I heard were upset with Persichetti for spilling the beans, but Persichetti wanted to teach, and that was his reason for putting it out. But anyway, here was Omaha Beach. I was going for a real reverent, you just could feel it when you're there. You knew something happened there because you could see the bunkers still in and around the area.